Well, 3rd District Congressman Chuck Fleischmann says he has no regrets over his campaign ads attacking opponent Weston Wamp earlier this month. The two-term congressman dropped by our station today and talked with 6 News anchor Gene Patterson.
Well, joining us now is 3rd District Congressman Chuck Fleischmann. And Congressman, thanks for joining us.
Gene, it's great to be with you.
I know you've just gone through a very tough primary. Talk to us a little bit about that. How difficult was this, and was the race closer than you expected?
Well, first of all, I want to, Gene, thank all of the voters who voted for me in the Republican primary, and to those who did not, I want to welcome them aboard. I'm very thankful that once again I will be the Republican nominee for the 3rd District of Tennessee. It was a good race. It was a well-fought race. I love politics. I love sports. It's competitive. And my opponent ran a good race. I think we did, and I'm just thankful that we won.
As you're well aware, a number of media, including WAT, critical of some of the ads that you posted, particularly the one on illegal immigration toward Weston Wamp. We found it to be a bit misleading. Do you regret anything that you or your campaign did during the campaign, particularly that ad?
No. I want to say this. In a campaign, candidates take positions, and when an opponent takes a position that even remotely or clearly favors amnesty, I think the voters need to know that. I have said steadfastly that I was going to oppose amnesty. We've got to secure our borders. This was statements made in a debate. So I think it was fair game, and I think we wanted to make it clear that I was going to make sure that we secured our borders and would in no way favor amnesty. When your opponent is ambiguous about that or otherwise, I think it's clear to point that out. Again, we take positions. I was the proven conservative in the race, and I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew where we were and where our opponent was.
Now, you faced Mary Hedrick, the
Yes.
Democrat, in November.
Dr. Hedrick.
Congress comes back into session in September. Of course, you'll still be there because I guess whoever wins will not go into office until next year. What's facing Congress as you go back into session?
A lot of things. Gene, as you know, before we left, we passed a bill to secure the borders, and that was so important. The Senate and the White House have not acted on that yet, but that's very important. Also, equally important, the issue of the continuing resolution. In September, we're going to have to pass some type of a stopgap so that there is not a government shutdown. There's no appetite in Washington for that, so I think you'll probably see something that will carry us into mid-December. Right. And so that's going to be a big vote. Obviously, right now, I'm out working hard in the district. I'm in my 2nd term as the congressman, so whether I'm in Washington or here, I'm working very hard.
And I guess the final question, what do you see as the key issues that separate you and Mary Hedrick?
I appreciate the fact that Dr. Hedrick is very honest about her positions. I think she would run very well in the 3rd District of Massachusetts. Dr. Hedrick and I disagree on just about all the issues, and I think that's what's great about America, that the voters have a choice. I'm a solid fiscal and social conservative. I make sure that our Second Amendment rights are protected. I vote that way. The right to life is protected. I vote that way. I believe in the free enterprise system fervently, lower taxes, less regulations. I'm going to allow Dr. Hedrick to articulate her views, but in the past campaign, she has tended to side with the president and Harry Reid and Nancy Pelosi. I did not. So the voters will have a great choice.
And we will have Dr. Hedrick on at some point down the road. But
Sure.
Congressman, thank you very much for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
All right, well, we did reach out to Democrat Mary Hedrick of Maynardville about the upcoming general election, and she gave us this statement, quote, "I anticipate very hardworking group of volunteers helping me in this campaign and hope that we will have an issue-oriented campaign so that the voters can hear and see the very difference between my opponent and myself on issues such as minimum wage and issues like our trade policies, making them more advantageous for keeping more jobs in the U.S. I strongly believe in Medicare as it is currently structured. I disagree with my opponent's vote to turn it into a coupon system that Americans could not afford to buy." End quote.